So the what I bring to the table is this: you frustrate them by proving them wrong and not going back to them. Sometimes some people, not sometimes, people know that they are not treating you well. Yes, I'm not going to say they are blind. They are not blind. When people are treating you well, they know that they are treating you well. But when people are taking advantage of you, they truly know what they are doing. That is why you don't need to pity for people who are so wicked. You don't need to pity for them when karma starts to pay them their reward. You don't need to pity for them. Unless if they decide to change from that their evil and mindset. So what am I trying to say? They automatically know what they did to you. They know everything that they did. So sometimes the reason why people will treat you bad, people will always tell you you can't make it, you can't succeed, you can't do it without us. Many of them want you, or many of them really want to know if you can do it without them. I was communicating with one of my friends. All of us entered Italy at the same time. We were in camp in the same place. So it comes to a point where one of Italy family decided to do it, to adopt him like that. So he went to their house. After 3 months, maybe 6 months, they start to treat this guy badly. That's why I hate dating Italy here. I hate it. I have many privileges. Even when I was in school, I was in different places. I have many privilege to date them. I have many chances, but I don't like it, because many of them, 75% of them only have mindset of using you. If I say 75, that means I'm talking something good. Let me say 95% of them only have mindset of using others. That is what I hate within myself. So they took this boy to their house. They will carry this boy from home, drop him at work, like 7 o'clock. They will keep him there. He will be walking, reach 7 o'clock also. Sometimes 5 o'clock. And this guy used to play ball. He was a player. So he come to a place where they have match. That's what he told me yesterday. They have match to play. The woman carry him to farm. He missed the match. And people we were asking this woman, where is our friend? Why is that our friend is not here? He was telling her, no, he's at home watching film. He's at home watching film. He's at home doing something. So this guy used to tell me that the word that they used to tell me is that whether he think coming to Italy is easy, whether he think coming to Italy, whether it's a place where they plug money or plug this. And the guy they are talking to is older than all his sons and daughters. And the issue is that many of them will do what? We have this thought that the mindset, the old life we use, the way they treated our ancestors, that is the same way they'll keep doing it in this new 20th century, which is very, very bad and barbaric. So sometimes that is why we need to be careful with those whom we truly trust. And when this guy gets job, many of them were surprised when he come back to them. And the issue is that they will not carry this boy with their sons and daughters, but they will always carry this boy alone. And their sons and daughters will be at home watching film throughout the whole day. And they will be going to school. They will not even allow this one to go to school. So that is the same thing that I too pass through. So what am I trying to say is this: many people will do what? We start to have that mindset of taking other people's for granted. You come saying, because that is the only mindset they have within themselves. So the moment you prove them wrong, that is when you will see that many of them will be frustrated. Yes, many of them who believe that you can't do it without them, you can't succeed without them. Many of them were telling that, my friend, you can't see work now. You don't know how to speak their language. You can't see work. You can't do this. But when the guys see work, he didn't tell them. He was walking the place, walking. So when he get the job, After he have worked like 6 months, a bit 3 months, the woman come to that place to buy something. He see the boy walking. She was shocked. That is the day she get the shock of her life. Sometimes people who think they are wise, not knowing that they are what they are not knowing that they are too dull. So what am I trying to say is this: people will make sure that they keep you in a position where they can use you. Yes. But the moment some people will come also into your life, they will be the one that will be telling you you can't do it, you can't make it. That is why I always advise all my subscribers, don't let anyone come into your life and bring that mindset that you can't do it. Yes, if someone have tell you that, believe me, with the God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, in combination with the God of Trinity, I'm here to tell you, nothing on earth you cannot do. Look at it. The Bible said in the book of Genesis that he have given us power to dominate. What does that simply mean is that to dominate means to have power over everything on earth. So no matter how hard things is, think about all the whole animals in the field. It's not God that gives the name. It was Adam that gave the name. So in order for you to understand this, you need to believe yourself. If you have that mentality of believing yourself, nobody can talk you down. Believe me, you can do anything as long as you have that ambition. Yes, people will be to come to a point in your life where people will be telling you can't do it. Yes, this is what those days, there are many of my friends who used to go and tell the woman that I used to stay with. So they used to tell her, Samson cannot work. Samson cannot do work. Samson is too small. But now I do 3 work sometimes in a day, plus my YouTube work. In that 3 times in a day, I post 10 videos. Sometimes 15, sometimes 5. I post video every day, every blessed day. Sometimes I do 2 work and I still post videos. Sometimes I post 30, I post 20, 25, 20. So what am I trying to say is this: many people will try to do or to bring you down. Why? Because they themselves can never go up. This is just the fact truth. Many of them will do anything to bring you down because they themselves never dream or have that mindset of growing. They never dream of lifting up. That is why they don't want you to be lifted. But the moment you are able to prove them wrong, and you refuse to go back to them, that is when the frustration starts. That is when many of them will be saying, you don't want to come back to us. We thought you can't do it, and now you are doing it. You don't want to come back to us. You don't want to come back to us because you totally proved them wrong. Many of them will be secretly dying. Many of them will be secretly frustrated. Many of them will be mad heavily. Many of them will be crying severely for letting you go. Because the moment people start, sometimes most of these people are those who go around telling people that you can't do it. This is what this woman used to tell people around our place. Samson cannot work. Samson can. There was a man who wanted to employ me those days. So a place where they used to, do clothes. I went to that place and talked with the man. The man said, okay, no problem. And in the evening, which they used to open around 4. Okay, in the evening, come carry your document, come. Before going there, one of my friends just see me. He decided to call the woman that I went to that place to go and look for a job. And the woman decided to go with her 2 legs. She went to that place and tell the man not to give me job. When I went to that place to go and drop my document, the man said, your mother is here. I can't give you a job, which I know that is what she is capable of doing. I know that now she is surprised of what I'm doing. Not that I'm proud of myself. No, I'm not proud of myself. But I'm proud of God who have given me food to eat without them. I'm proud of God who have given me strength to do things without them, who have given me things to prove them wrong, that I can live without them, and even that my friend can live without them. Because when I was out of her house. I visited this my friend. He was living fine. When I mean living fine, he was living fine the way he ought to. He worked even in coronavirus time. He was not working, but he is still living okay. So what am I trying to say is this: many people will do what we come to themselves, within themselves. They will have that thought within themselves that without them you can never go far. You can never succeed in life. You can never live. What a low mindset, self-esteem people are living in these days. We all are born. We all started. Listen, the issue between rich and poor is just mindset. Yes, people think that those who start from the crashing can never reach where they themselves who start with riches can never reach there. No, it doesn't work that way. People who are poor today, you can see them become the richest tomorrow. So life offers each of us privilege to obtain success. So you are successful today does not mean others who are trying to become successful will never not. So don't try to quench their light by telling them they can't do it, because at the end it will affect you, because you will regret why you say that word, that particular word. Because someone whom you helped today can become your strength tomorrow. Think about it in other words. Someone whom you frustrate today, tomorrow you need him. How can you be able, or what will give you the audacity to go back to him and ask him for help? Think twice. So what am I trying to say? The moment you prove them wrong, they will be frustrated. And many of them are automatically hurt, frustrated, devastated, sick, drying. Why? Because you prove them wrong. You prove to them that you can do it without them, without going back to them. Because the reason why many of them will reject you, will throw you out, will say all manners of evil, because they believe within themselves, as long as you can't do it alone, you will always come back to them. You will always come back to them. This is their mindset, that you can't live without them. For that sake, you will always have that mindset of coming back to them. But the moment you decide not to come back, that is when the frustration start hitting them like a flame of fire. Remain blessed.